Howdy there, viewer. Violence, bloodshed, death even. Society is a dangerous place. One moment, you're enjoying a nice, peaceful stroll across the gentle and beautiful streets of Bangladesh. The next, you've become the morning's headline. What could have caused this? Could it perhaps have been the socioeconomic factors? Maybe the CIA has spiked the water supply again. All good guesses, but I'm afraid not. The real culprit is video games. A seemingly erroneous prospect. I mean, video games causing violence? What is this, the 70s? I hear you, dear viewer, but consider this. It's not that video games cause violence, but that video game, singular, create monsters. Now, what game is responsible for creating all manner of vile and deplorable beast, all sort of inhuman monstrosity? A being capable of such acts of depravity and degeneracy beyond even our own wildest imaginations? Valorant. Developed by Satan, Valorant is a popular online dating platform masquerading as a game. Despicable. Now, have I ever actually played Valorant? No, but much like one does not need to try black tar heroin to be convinced that it may or may not have some negative effects on the body, I don't need to play it to know that it will all but guarantee my eternal celibacy. And besides, I'm not really a shooter guy. I'm an RPG guy. My bro had to force me to play games like Cyberpunk 2077, Red Dead 2, Fallout New Vegas, and Half-Life.
Gordon, you lousy motherfucker. Get your dork ass down to the test chamber or else I will shove the sample up your ass.
Multiplayer shooters, on the other hand, are uncharted waters for me. I played Splatoon and TF2, but didn't enjoy it. CSGO doesn't really look like my thing, not even the gambling. I did, however, play Overwatch 2 for a little bit, but in my defense, I only played it because a girl I like played it, and I wanted an excuse to hang out with her. Now that I think about it, that's pretty much the only reason why I continued to play League for so long. Not my proudest moments. Either way, my main point is I have little to no experience when it comes to multiplayer FPS games. Just not my cup of tea. That was until I was partaking in my regular Saturday night YouTube doom scroll when I stumbled upon an ad for an upcoming game titled Strinova, developed by iDream Sky. This game claims to be the next big 5v5 arena shooter hit. We'll see about that. Now, just to clarify, the game isn't actually out yet, at least at the time of recording this. The game is still in public beta, so I'll be going over my experiences with that, though judging by my upload schedule, I'm sure the game will be fully released and in Season 4 by the time this video comes out. Anyway, that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into it already. The game starts and we are instantly launched into the tutorial dimension. We are Lain, a woman rocking a very unfortunate set of pants. Meredith here will serve as our guide, teaching us the basics. It's all your standard fare. You move, run, shoot, aim down sights. Where this game differs is with its main gimmick. Did you see that? Now that's some Super Paper Mario, the best Paper Mario game. Wacky level shenanigans right there. You can turn second dimensional. This form allows you to move between previously inaccessible areas by wedging yourself in between cracks. You also get greater mobility as you're now able to use your new paper form to glide long distances, along with attaching yourself directly onto walls and moving between them. Link between worlds style. Definitely something creative for a game of this type. So with the tutorial out of the way, we enter the mysterious portal and exit the void. As we find out, we are the navigator. I haven't mentioned this yet, but this game is technically a gacha, so that means that we, as the protagonist, need to have a funny title to go by. I'm afraid that's just the way the cookie crumbles. We're awoken by a mysterious white-haired girl. Celestia is her name, the one in charge of the Astral Sanctuary. She seems to be very concerned for our health after an explosion did quite the number on us. After ensuring our condition is in the green, she explains that it is our role as the navigator to aid in stabilizing everyone's mental states and to stop the collapse syndrome from taking place. So we're a therapist then. How unfortunate. We use a memory chip to synchronize our account information into the game's servers, and then we can finally get into the game proper. Well, after some more UI tutorials and a couple of training matches, that is. Seeing as this is a multiplayer game, I didn't want to tackle this alone, so I've enlisted the help of my bro, Edison, resident self-proclaimed FPS expert, to guide me on this this one. Time to kill is a metric in many competitive games that refers to the amount of time a player will take to kill themselves whilst playing your game continuously.
That's true.
This game already isn't an FPS, so it seems like we're both screwed. Game modes. There's 4 in total to choose from. You slowly unlock more as you continue leveling up. At first, you have Team Arena, the worst game mode. You just kill each other until fate decides you've suffered enough and the match ends. You can't even use any of your abilities. This is literally just a mosh pit. Why do people play this? You people find this fun? Easy? Yeah, not on my nerves. Team Deathmatch. This is the first real game mode you unlock. You have access to your skills this time around, both active and passive. You and 2 other people are put up against various other teams of 3 to race to see who can be the first to reach 50 kills. This game mode is pretty fun. I like abandoning my team and running off to do my own thing, silently taking out enemies and gathering a large percentage of kills all on my own. I mean, look at this epic kill compilation of mine. Now that's some exciting stuff. Escort. You move a cart to the enemy side and progress past various checkpoints. You get the deal. This time around, you do have access to all your character's abilities, including your ultimate. This is really the only game mode I'd confidently say I'm actually pretty good at. I tend to gravitate more towards support roles when it comes to multiplayer games like this, so having a game mode where I don't have to directly focus on getting kills, but instead focus on pushing the objective or help keeping people alive while camping the spawn point is right up my lane. The last game mode and the only ranked game mode is Demolition. Now my good friend Edison over here has informed me that this game mode is literally just Valorant. Now I will not be playing Valorant to verify the validity of such a claim, but I will say that if that is the case, then I hate Valorant. This game mode lasts pretty long, first 1 to 7 wins total, and your objective is either to plant a bomb or to prevent it from being planted, depending on which side you're on. Finally, a situation I'm familiar with. It's pretty fun. The only real issue I have with it is the fact that everyone playing this game mode is at all times using aim hacks, aim assist, smart tech, whatever you want to call it. I hide behind cover and activate pancake mode, but the millisecond I step outside to take a shot, the enemy has managed to hit me with 3 back-to-back headshots with his clob, instantly dishonoring me for generations to come. No, I am not a bad gamer. Despite all the obvious cheating, I will say that the game's actually pretty fun. Again, this isn't really my type of game, but there's enough variety in the different play styles that you can mess around and customize with to keep things engaging. The characters, or agents as the game calls them, are all pretty cool too. I like a lot of their designs. There's not a single lolly in the roster, a gross sin on the developer's end if you ask me. I hope this is an issue that is resolved as soon as possible. Frankly enough, nearly makes the game unplayable. But that aside, the roster we do have is pretty nice. We have Celestia, the girl from the start, a very refined and elegant demeanor she has. She has a sort of cosmic aura. I guess it makes sense why she leads the Astral Sanctuary then. She's a support who specializes in armor regen. Neat stuff all around. Kokona, no, not that Kokona, if only. She's also a support, and is actually my favorite character to play in this game. What a coincidence. She fights with a really cool sniper rifle which can one-shot most enemies with a well-placed headshot, and she specializes in healing and reviving, making her the ideal support pick. Fuchsia, rocking the bandage wrap bra. Now that's peak character design right there. She's a duelist, has a quick rifle, and her skills focus on letting her locate enemy positions so she can sneak up and take him out. Her passives and ult serve to power her up and keep her alive, maximizing the amount of damage she's able to do. In the hands of the right player, she can be a beast on the battlefield. But in my hands, let's move on for now. Meredith is hot in more ways than one. See what I did there? Because all her abilities are desert themed. I'll see myself out. She can summon a sandstorm which debuffs the enemy while draining HP, and her ult, she creates a dome of sand, obscuring vision while slowly killing enemies. Her passives also help in bolstering her area control abilities. She's also able to slow her descent when shooting in midair, allowing her to get some clean shots off the enemy. Flavia can turn into a butterfly when damaged, becoming temporarily invulnerable, although she can't attack herself either. Her ult is essentially a stronger version of this, allowing her a small zone where she can continually use this trick. Perfect ability to use to get an edge on your opponents, or hypothetically speaking of course, if you were to be a less skilled gamer, perfect for running away to get to safety. That's it for all the agents. I know the number up there says 15, that's a lie. These 5 are the only ones that matter, plus some of the other ones are men. In my waifu game, No thank you. Characters aren't the only way you're able to customize your playstyle. There's a variety of little doodads you can mess around with in order to play the way you want to play. You of course have your upgrades you can buy throughout the course of a match. These differ slightly depending on the game mode, but for the most part it's generally the same. Based on what you choose, you can differ your playstyle slightly, though the awakened skills are where the real changes lie, as these grant you some real meaty passives, such as allowing the shields you grant to blind people, or giving you a secondary life upon death. Apart from that, right before a match, you're able to select a secondary weapon along with 2 grenades of your choice to bring along with you. For the weapon, you got a ton of different guns to choose from, all of which you unlock as you level up, but my favorite is the sword. Playing as a swordsman in a shooter will never not be the coolest thing ever. As for the grenades, I typically take either the smoke bomb or the healing grenade, depending on if I'm playing a support or not. Oh, and the flashbang as well. It's pretty effective, though I do often end up hitting my own teammates in the crossfire.
Did someone throw a grenade on
Me.
her? Jesus Christ.
Oh well, it is what it is. But getting serious now, we cannot forget one of the most important features this game has to offer, the Dormitory. Here is where we can hang out with our lovely agents, get to know them and get intimate with them? No, you cannot. At least not yet. For now, we are just limited to increasing our bond by forking over all material possessions to our waifu, reading about her lore, or clicking on her for various interactions. No, clicking on her boobs doesn't do anything. I tried. We only have access to Celestia right now, but I assume when the full game comes out, we'll be able to put any agent of our choice here. At least we better be able to, Meredith, my beloved. Overall, I'd say the game's aight. It's definitely the most fun shooter I've ever played, even though I haven't exactly played that many. But regardless, I did spend a very long amount of time this past week playing it with my bro, so I'll definitely be checking out the game when it eventually does fully release. Like I said before, by the time this video comes out, the closed beta would have likely already ended. So if you like what you see, make sure to go and wishlist it on Steam, or pre-register on the game's site. I pretty much went over most of what the beta had to offer, so you should be able to get a pretty good read on whether this is your kind of thing or not. Only thing I really neglected to show was ranked matches. Now if League is anything to go by, then playing ranked in any competitive game cannot be a good idea. But come on, game's been pretty fun, might as well give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?